What's up, everybody? We are back in 2024 with our Wig Wednesday content, and your screen is showing you right. We got our hands on one of the new sensational bare lace glueless wig units. Today, we're going to review wig number 4. First of all, look at that box. They did what they need to do with the box. This is like a curly, very long unit. I would say probably about 30 inches long. So we're going to get right into the video. This is supposed to have a thinner lace than the traditional transparent and HD lace. So let's see if Sensational is really about what they talking about. Rhythm is a dancer. I need a companion. Girl, I guess that must be you. All right, y'all. So I got the unit out of the packaging. This hair feels so good. I don't know what's different with the texture of this hair than the normal sensational wig textures, but something about this hair really just feels really, I guess, more natural. It's silky, but it's not overly silky. I really can't explain it, but if you get one, you'll see what I'm saying. So let me show you what the lace looks like. It is a 13 by 6 ear to ear lace, so you can part wherever you want. And look how that lace is blending on top of my hand. I can tell this unit is going to be pretty easy to blend, but I am going to be trying a new method today that I saw from another YouTuber. I don't like melting the cap down and doing all of that because I don't wear my wigs long, as I've told you all before. So I'm just going to try putting a wig cap over my head and using makeup to really cover up the wig cap portion. So let's see how that goes. So here I am just pushing back the baby hairs, and I am doing a little bit more plucking. I did my research on this wig before, and while this already has a Lord y'all, a pre-plucked edges, I wanted to pluck it just a little more because I watched someone else, and I just thought a little bit more plucking would just make it a little bit more natural, but I'm not doing a whole lot of plucking to it. So let's talk about the lace. So what they say makes their lace so much better and so much easier to blend is because it has a 20% larger grid pattern. It's 40% thinner lace design, and it's going to show more of your skin. It dissipates light, so there's more of a matte finish. It's not so reflective, and the lace is said to be stronger, so less of that ripping and tearing like you would get with other laces on wigs. Laces. Yeah. So right here, I'm just taking my razor and I'm just cutting right at the edge of the hair, cutting off that lace. So I know you'll usually see me do this on my head and with scissors, but I figured this way I can see the lace better with it being on the mannequin head, and I can get more of that, still a straight line, but that more jagged natural hairline by using my razor instead of going straight across with the scissors. So I did, once I put the wig on, I did like how it looked, so I think this will be my new way of doing it from now on. And I could just easily see a lot of times with the scissors when it was on my head, I was doing stuff like cutting some more of the hair off, cutting into the hairline. And since it's pre-plucked, especially if you don't want to go in and do any plucking, you want to keep as much of that hairline as you can. So I'm almost done. Look at how that's laying. Look, you can see that mannequin head right through. It's like it's growing from the mannequin head. I'm loving this lace already and how it looks, the body of the hair and how it flows. So right here, I'm just showing you again just how good the lace looks, how good the hair looks. And we are going to get ready to flip the wig over. I'm going to take some of my Fenty setting powder, and I am going to put that under on the lace instead of using my Eben spray this time. I just wanted to try something different, something just a little lighter. So we're going to just try just using the wig powder and see how that goes. And look, I got lace all stuck in the wig hair. But yeah, so we're gonna flip it inside out. I was gonna put it on a mannequin head, but it just wasn't staying, so I just laid it right down on my desk and went in with a dense brush and my wig powder and colored in the lace. I did try to work in very small sections. I wanted to make sure that powder wasn't coming through on the wig hair. And I made sure to do just a nice layer of it so I can make sure that color was pushing through the wig. All right, so here is the fun part. I'm getting on my cap and adjusting it. Like I said, the lady that I watched, she just kind of put the cap over her head to protect it enough because, again, we are trying to go for the glueless that they've promoted. So I just kind of pushed it back a little bit. My hair was out on the edges some, and then I put the wig on. So I have told y'all before in videos, why is that lace haunting me? That I have a small head. So it's often hard for me to get wigs to fit like they need to fit. Like, as y'all see, without glue, it was just kind of big. I did end up having to go back in and just tightening the straps. This wig does come with the strap that's around the back of the head. It also has a extra band in it for tightness as well. And sometimes it's because my head is small, that's just still don't be enough. It's still always like I can get it to fit at the top, but then the back got some gapping in it, or it's not super flat in the back. So this was as good as I was really able to get it for me. And I think I'm wanting a side part with this. So you see that I went ahead and parted it here because I am going to put makeup in my parts to try to make sure that I'm covering up that wig gap, because you don't want to see, of course, when you don't melt the wig cap down and cut that edge off, you're going to be able to see that line that pretty much holds the wig cap to your head. So I'm just taking a brush and taking that same powder and just putting the powder right on the part where I want, where I don't want you to see the wig cap at, basically. So yeah, I just feel like I needed some type of protection. So I didn't use my Eben like I usually do, to where it gives me a really good glue. Because it's not like I'm going to dance class or anything with this. I just used the little got to be glue spray and held it down and let it dry and took a blow dryer. I was getting ready to go to a selfie room. So I wasn't going anywhere. I was going to be doing a lot of head whipping, but I still wanted some security when I went outside my house, because I don't want the wig to be sliding back and falling off in pictures and stuff like that. And I can say, with just tightening the wig up and using the Eben glue, I did not have any sliding in any of my pictures of this wig. And I felt like the powder did do well in covering up the band. So this is what the hair looks like. I had my little Aaliyah look going on, that little side, because how I had the part kept going ahead and getting in my face. I sprayed a little bit more glue. First, I was going to do my ear tabs, but I kept having some lifting right in the front under that bang. So I went back and put some got to be right there and just held it down while I was being lazy and then gonna get my blow dryer. I don't know. But when I left the house, I pushed the hair back and put on one of my melt bands, and that held it down pretty good too. So I'm just in love with the texture of this hair, and I just love how it looks. So again, like I said, I was rushing here and I had to end up going to the selfie room and I had to go. So I end up coming back and putting the wig on again a little later. And look at that, like a silk press. You cannot tell me this wasn't out of my scalp silk press. That looks just like a silk press to me. I did, because like I said, I wore it already at the selfie room. I was on the floor and everything else. So I went through and combed it out, because it did get like just a little, not matted, but just knotted, which, it's not human hair. It is a hair blend, but it was super easy to comb out and get back looking beautiful. I love this hair. So I would say This is a great wig, especially if you want to go the glueless route but don't want to spend a whole lot of money on a unit. This is a great wig. The texture is great. The length, you'll see me stand up here in a minute, it has to be about 30 inches long, and it can take heat. I have yet to put heat on mine yet, just because it hasn't needed it. It still has a pretty nice curl, but it can take heat from 350 degrees up to about 400. So here is it with a middle part. And you can see here too, as I'm playing with the hair, you will see it just kept lifting. Like this time I tried to do it with like no glue at all, and it kept lifting. And I really think that is more so just my head shape and how small my head is. So for me, I don't know if glueless will work for me. I'm gonna keep trying, but I had it on the tightest setting. So I just really think glueless, I can't do it. I think I just need, at least on my ear tabs, a little got to be or some type of glue just to have there. You all know I glue in front of my hair anyway, so I don't necessarily usually get any kind of issues with my edges from glue. But one of the benefits of a glueless unit is, since you don't have to use glue, your edges are saved and you don't have to worry about your edges being pulled out from these units. All right, so here I am standing up, and she is a booty wig. I love me a good long wig. They come down to the booty. The texture is still hitting on the second wear. I had to comb it out a little bit like I showed y'all, but the texture still looks good. The curls are still there. So like I said, I did not glue this down this time or use any E-band, because I just came home and put this on to show you guys, since my camera died when I first put the unit on. So this would look like if you were to do it glueless for me. Like you see, everything else is tight, but that little flap I would glue down. So if you have this wig or are interested, let me know. If you want one, you can use my code AudreyLocks at beautysupply.refresh.com and secure your unit, because I promise these are going to fly off the shelves. See y'all in the next video.